second hypothesis you can come up with is that traditional job recruitment methods are more effective than internet. So you have to select only one hypothesis. You can't select both. Okay? So based on the hypothesis that you select, you set your research objectives and then you achieve it. Sometimes you may see that, oh, maybe what you hypothesized was not actually true. Maybe you hypothesized that traditional methods are better than internet, but when you conduct the research and finally you can conclude that no, internet is more effective. This is what I found. You see, so sometimes your hypothesis can be no. Okay. Right, advertising and share prices. It's another one. How does the running of a TV advertising campaign designed to boost the image of the company affect its share price? It's a long shot. At least it can help to make the share popular, but I don't know whether it can help to have a better demand for the share. Because people are looking at a lot of different aspects when they're buying shares. I think most of Hong Kong people, they are very, very effective in stock market. You go to a bank in the daytime, you see a lot of old people, they do tuck, tuck, tuck. They do the share market, I think it's the only legitimate gambling, right? It's really gambling. Okay, such questions. Okay, give me your answer. Should the research always be focused on a question? Or should a research question always ended up with a question mark? If you really look at these three examples that I used here, yeah, two examples, these two, there's a question mark, isn't it? These two got question marks. Here, you don't have question marks. See that? So, the point is that it is not necessary for your research question to have a question mark. The reason why we use the word research question is because that's the name of it. But that doesn't mean that it should have the word, have a question mark always. So don't get misunderstood about that. Okay? There can be research questions without question marks. Something like this one. Or say for example, if you're going to write a research, a study into consumer behavior towards consumer behavior towards MBA programs offered by Hopkins Institution. So that one has no question mark. Then again, that's research question. So yeah, so it doesn't really need to have a question mark every time. And also, researchers should not always, not necessarily that you need to talk about questions in business. Your research can be focused on identifying an opportunity in business too. For example, you know Wangkang project. Have you heard about Wangkang project coming in Macau? You know Macau, right? Macau is going to develop a free trade area. I think it belongs to China, that area. And it's so special that people actually can go there and buy items at duty-free prices. Now, this one you can see, you could talk about this, how could Hong Kong retail traders get benefit in Wangkang project in Macau. So that can be a research question. Now this one is not talking about an issue, it's talking about an opportunity, analyzing an opportunity, particular. Yeah. That's really bad news, this one. It's gonna reduce retail income by big deal. research ideas. These are very much, very, for knowledge purpose, they're not much of learning value here. Okay, content of the research proposal. These are the things that you need to put in your research proposal. Title, background. Now, you can actually, title is, you know what title is, that means your research question, okay? It's just usually one line or 2 lines maximum, okay? Title, another word for title is the topic, research topic, okay? And the second one is background. So this one you can name it like introduction and background, or you can do it as introduction, or you can just simply do background. Either all these words are acceptable. Okay. And so for your research proposal, how big this should be? Background, introduction and background. How big do you think it should be? Maximum half page, please. Not more than that. If you really want to write too much, maybe 3/4 of a half page idea. If you write 1 page, too much words. And research question. Usually this research what students can actually do is, for this title, they can use the research idea. And for this number 3, you can use the research question, or you can also do like this. For title, you can use the research question, and even here, research question, you can use the same thing. So it's up to you. Is that clear? And third one is the problem definition, which you are going to define your. Basically, you are going to give a quick description of this one, your research question here. And this description, make sure it is not too long, okay? About 5-6 lines maximum. That means you're writing in a very brief way. What's the problem you have? Just like the markup thing that I told you wrong now. And then the objectives. See the objectives in the example, right? Remember, when you're writing objectives, you have to write objectives always in point form. Okay, no paragraph for objectives. You are going to write 3 objectives and in 3 points. And each objective must start with the word to, TO2. If the objective does not start with the word TO2, it is not considered an objective. You know that, right? So its objectives are to achieve something, to understand, to evaluate, to compare and contrast, to examine. These are objectives. They always start with TO2. And a few identified literature. I think it's good for you to do at least 12. I think please have a look at the criteria given in the because you know you have to provide go to this PDMS platform. And you all are registered in the PDMS platform, right? So go to that one, and it actually gives ideas about exactly how many literature you should provide. So use that kind of number. Now, that is an indication not working. That means that's a number that you need to have at least 10 parts. Okay? But if you always want to get a better grade, you really need to I mean, if you are expecting a better grade, the markers should feel that, oh, this particular student deserves a better grade, right? So how the markers decides that depends on how much quality that you put. And the quality sometimes doesn't necessarily mean the quantity. But then again, in many cases, more often than not, you won't get good quality without proper quantity. So there is this. So literature review is important, and remember the proposal of say 2000 words, you're talking about at least 1000 to over 1000 words, over 1000 words, 1200, 1400 words. Methodology section. Methodology section is the section where you describe the method that you are going to use to achieve the objectives. We know that your methodology is very much predetermined, preset. Your methodology must be based on service, that means the question, that means a primary service. So here you can describe a little bit about how you are going to do. So this one got two sections: research design, 5.1. That means which way you are going to carry, what kind of, giving a little bit of description of the method that you are going to use, the research, because you are the one to design the research, okay, the techniques, and data collection, 5.2. So these are the two things that you need to describe, 5.1 and 5.2. Again, you're talking about the length of it. It's not much because this is just a proposal, so you're talking very much on the point on maybe I would say page and a half, page and a half maximum. Page and a half means if you look at 1.5 spacing justified, so we're looking at about, we do 1.5 times New Roman 12 point, usually about, you get 250 words per sheet.